And we do see the details of this Indian Air Force celebrations that are going on to mark the IAF Day. These are the visuals from Chandigarh as well that we're picking up. Nearly 80 military aircraft and helicopters will be participating in the Air Force Day fly past on Saturday at the Sukna Lake complex, and the authorities have shared some details of the celebrations as well, as the Indian Air Force will be putting up a dazzling show with a range of aircraft during its air show as a part of its 90th anniversary celebrations that we are getting to you the visuals of. In fact, my colleague Amandeep is on the ground getting us these visuals and reports from what's happening with respect to the celebrations in Chandigarh as well. Amandeep, if you can hear me, good morning. Tell us more about the celebrations that are all set to take place through the day by the Indian Air Force.
Well, absolutely, Priyanka. The day is fully fact-packed for the celebration of 19th Indian Air Force Day. And in fact, this has been separated into two parts. One is the morning parade where I am standing now. It's Chandigarh Air Force Station where I can show you the visuals as well. The all stage is set just because this day is going to begin at 900 hours sharp with the parade. And flypast will be done here at the parade ground by Mi-17. And even on one side, you can also see there are certain aircrafts who has been lined up for the public view as well. And the most important part of this entire 90th Indian Air Force Day celebrations is that newly inducted killing machine light combat helicopter Prachand is also made to public here. You can see if you can see the visuals also, that is Prachand that has been spotted here. And in fact, later on after the parade, the public access will also be given to these aircrafts. Prachand, Tejas and even Akash missile, you can see all they are lined up here. And even till 11 a.m. From 900 hours to 11 a.m. the parade will be happening here, where Indian Air Force Chief V.R. Chaudhary will be taking the salute of the Air Force warriors who are participating in the parade. And later in the afternoon by 2:30 the air show will begin at Sukna Lake in Chandigarh. Just because, Priyanka, this is a very special day, and even this also marks the history. First time they have came out of the Hindon Air Base and even coming out in the public as well to enhance the public engagement with the Indian Air Force, to show the strength to the open public, to everyone. That is the reason they have scheduled this air show at public place in Sukna Lake. Otherwise, every year Indian Air Force Day had been celebrated in the jurisdiction of Air Force stations and Air Force bases as well. And even the limited access of the civilians has been given. But this time, civilians are open to come and watch the strength of Indian Air Force through the air show as well. And even by 2:30, air show will start at the Sukna Lake, where the general public from 35,000 to 50,000 is the expected strength that can be participated into the Air Force. And almost 80 aircrafts including Rafale, Tejas, Su-30 and Mi-17, Mirage and certain others, along with the formation of Prachand newly light combat helicopter as well. And in fact, the special appearance in the air show is the Surya Kiran and Sarang. This is a special appearance, and in fact they will make the show by winding up. And even another most important part is that they have also scheduled a formation to honor Nirmaljeet Singh Sekho, the Indian Air Force flying officer who has led his life while fighting the war against the Pakistan as well. To honor him, a Rafale will take a straight way to the air to honor Nirmaljeet Singh Sekho. So this is how the entire day will be unfolded today as well, Priyanka. And it will start by sharp 900 hours with the parade, with the flypast of Mi-17, and later it will be finished around 5 p.m. by the air show as well. And in fact, at the Sukna Lake, there are certain dignitaries, including the President of India, Draupadi Murmu, and even Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh, and all the dignitaries will also be participating into the air show as well. Yes, Priyanka.
Well, that's right, Amandeep. In fact, you're showing us some very colorful visuals. I'll request you to pan your cameras and keep showing us the visuals of what's really happening around you, because, of course, as you mentioned, it's a unique event that we will get to see organized by the Indian Air Force. And as you were mentioning, I would request you to keep talking about this, the dignitaries that are going to be present there, including the President and the Raksha Mantri as well, as you mentioned. And apart from that, we have seen that our defense forces have time and time again carried out several outreach programs to also inform the civilians of the country about their army, about their air force, about their navies. So today as well, is that something that we will get to see, that civilians will be present there? They will be able to witness these celebrations. Talk to us more about what are the unique aspects of today's celebrations, Amandeep.
Well, absolutely, Priyanka. Today, the civilians' engagement into the Air Force Day will be more visible. And in fact, my camera person, if you can show the visuals of the civilians who are seated there to witness this parade and with the beginning of this day as well. On one side, the civilians are sitting. Earlier, there was a trend, only the Indian Air Force families and limited number of civilians will participate into this day. But now they have given the access to the normal civilians so that at least they will be able to know the strength of the Indian Air Force, what is the discipline and how Indian Air Force is securing the skies of the India while marching here at the air bases as well. And in fact, they have also, in the speeches, they have also revealed every single information about the Air Force as well. And in fact, if we talk about the air show, Priyanka, earlier and even before this, the civil people have only listened the stories of the Indian Air Force, the stories of the killing machines, the stories of the fighter aircraft, the stories of the light combat helicopters. But now they will also witness the strength of these, that how they are fighting against the enemies and what are their strengths, how they can move in the air, how they can tilt in the air, and how they can took a U-turn in the air. That all the strength in the air will be witnessed today as well, and that is the reason they have came out of the Hindon Air Base, and this time to mark the celebration on 19th Indian Air Force Day, they are reaching out to the public to give a message that the Air Force is very much strengthened. It is not only in the stories, but yes, it will be visible in the sky as well. Certain airstrikes has been done by the Indian Air Force, and in fact the people have just read out their stories, but they have never seen the operations. And even in this air show, they will also have the formations to explain the operations, that how the Indian aircrafts can carry the artillery guns from one place to another where roads are not constructed, and in fact how the air boats will be dropped in the water to carry out the operation, and in fact how these killer fighter jets, Tejas, Su-30, Rafale, and in fact how they carry out their operations if air-to-air dogfight is happening with the enemy as well. So these all strength and these all operations will be explained by the Indian Air Force. And in fact, if we talk about the dignitaries, Raksha Mantri Draupadi Murmu, President of India, Chief Ministers of Punjab, Haryana, and even the other celebrities, dignitaries will also be present. And in fact, the former chiefs of IAF will also be there to witness this show as well, just because this is a very special show, and this air show is happening on the water as well. And even the public engagement is a main motive, and to explain the stories of the Indian Air Force about the aircraft, especially the fighter aircrafts, is the key point of this entire 19th Indian Air Force Day celebrations. Yes, Priyanka.
Well, absolutely, Amandeep. I request you to stay with us as you're showing us those colorful celebrations where you are present right now. But stay with us as we also see this clip that has been sent out by the Indian Air Force. Let's take a